Hello everyone, welcome to another video with my life in the middle. It's your girl Anisha, and today I'm coming to you with some very exciting news. Yes, very exciting news. Now, it's very exciting to me. It may not be very exciting to you, but chances are, if you're watching this video, you kind of find this stuff exciting, right? So, your girl got her second quota bag. Yes. I will tell you all the details. I will tell you how this went down, but I am not going to waste your time or my time. I know what y'all came here for. Y'all want to see the unboxing. So let me show it to you. So this is the bag. Yes. All right. And then this is the box. So any guesses? Do any of my seasoned Hermès people know what this is? Is this a Birkin? Is this a Kelly? What size is it? Tell me what you think from the box. Leave it down in the comments. All right. So while you do that, let me get this baby unwrapped. Right, so this is it. So this is some information booklet. All right, so here she is, nicely laying down on her pillow. All right, this is the dust bag. This is it. Any final guesses? Any final guesses? All right. This is it. All right. So let's introduce her, okay? So this is a Birkin 30 Togo leather with gold hardware, color noir, AKA black. But we go out fancy while we talking about Hermès. So yes, this is my Boss B bag. Now, if you have been watching my channel, you will know that I have been talking about and manifesting my big Boss B Birkin, right? And so I originally wanted this in a size 35. Unfortunately, my Hermès fairy was unable to deliver a 35, but she did me one better, and she gave me a 30 centimeter. So here's the thing. Why would I say that, she did me one better when I originally wanted a 35? So if you know, right? A size 30 is highly sought after, and on the resale market, a size 30 is worth a whole lot more than a size 35, right? So when you're talking about a black Birkin 30 with gold hardware, this is something that is requested a lot, that is sought after a lot, and therefore the investment piece on this is much higher. So this is her. As you can see, I already put twillies on her. Well, actually, my wonderful Hermès SA, she put them on for me. I love this twilly because it has these leather trim in the gold color. Can you see it? It is so cool. So it gives this nice textile feel to it when it's on the handle. I don't like the matching twillies on the handle, so I do get two complementary colors. I kind of like it. That's me just being a little funky, giving it my own personal style. But I think this goes very well with the gold hardware. Now, let's undress her a little bit. Let's undress her. So, and take off the felt protection so you can admire her better. Woo, she breathing. All right, so let's get this off. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I have not looked at this bag or taken it out of the bag or box since I got it. So this is like seeing it for the first time. I mean, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Hold on, give me a second. Let me admire her. She pretty. She real pretty. All right, so I got her open up for you. So you can see this is the inside. She has her stuff in. All right, so I'm guessing this is going to be my clochette and lock in here. Yes, here it is. So, and I like to wear my lock and clochette on my bag. So there it is. And there you can see inside, she does have an inside slip pocket, but other than that, she's just a big tote bag. She also has a back zipper, as you can see right here. So yes, let's get her comfortable. I love it. I love it. So as some of you may already know, I already own a Birkin 30 gold on gold. And here she is. She got stuff in it because I was currently using her. So this is my first baby here, right? And I absolutely love this bag. It is a great color. Look how it goes with my skin tone. Yes. I'm looking at the viewfinder and I'm like, yes. But this is my first baby and I absolutely love her. So now to add this one to my collection is, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This is awesome. This is really awesome. And she has some nice veining and textures on it. I mean, she's a beaut. She is a beauty. Now, I haven't yet taken off the stickers on her, and which I'm going to take my time and do that because I don't want to, scratch her up with my nails. So I will do that at a later time. But we're going to have her sitting right here for you to view while I give you this story time. Okay? So, as a lot of you may know or may not know that with Hermès, you're allowed 2 quota bags a year. So quota bags are the Birkin, Kelly, and now as of 2025, I was told that for my local store, a Constance is now considered a quota bag also. So you're allowed to purchase 2 quota bags a year. I received my first quota bag in April of 2024. So coming around, I want to say October or so of 2024, my wonderful Hermès SA started to ask me if there was anything that I was interested in, if I had anything to put on my wish list. Hint, hint. So I told her at that time, no, I was not looking for anything at that time. And that was for my personal reasons. Now, purchasing at Hermès is definitely an investment. Okay, so it definitely requires you to have funds. It requires for you to be able to have that purchasing power. And I am not in the business of going broke for luxury. Not at all. I'm not in the business of purchasing these bags on credit. It's one of those things that if I do not have the funds, the liquid cash to purchase these bags, then I don't want them. I will wait. Listen, Hermès ain't going nowhere. A Birkin ain't going nowhere. A Kelly ain't going nowhere. So I was more than happy to wait until I'm able to have that type of money to purchase the bag that I would like. So until then, I was just, enjoying my shopping experience at Hermès. If there's something I wanted to buy as a Christmas gift for someone or a birthday gift for someone, or if I saw something on the website that I liked for myself, I will go and I will purchase that. But other than that, to make such a big purchase of upwards of $10,000, obviously I was ready to wait on that. So I told her, no, I probably wouldn't be, ready for anything like that until the following year, which would be early 2025. And we kind of left it at that. She kind of asked me, if, when that time comes, what would I be looking for? And I told her about my big boss B Birkin, right? So she knew what I wanted, what I was hoping for when that time came. So come now, fast forward, it is now Valentine's Day 2025. And my husband took me out for brunch for Valentine's Day. And while we were at brunch, we were talking and I wanted to get my husband a nice belt. I feel like he had lost some weight and the belt that he had was a little bit too big and too loose. And it was an older belt. So I was like, you know what, let's go to Hermès and let's see if, we can find you a wonderful belt that can be long lasting, a good leather or whatever. My husband was like, nah. I don't want to spend that kind of money on a belt. Nobody gonna see my belt anyway. I usually don't show my belt when I dress. No, I don't want no belt. We ain't spending that kind of money on a belt. And I was like, come on, let's go. Let's just look at the belt. Let's just see. And he's like, nah, we're not going to do that. I'll go to Hermès with you, but I don't want a belt. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, fine. So while we're on our way to Hermès, he's looking at me and he's like, so, when are you going to get another bag? And I was like, well, I don't know. You know how that goes. We'll see. And he was like, well, I'm going to ask your SA, when she's going to get you a bag. And I'm like, listen, please don't do it. Don't do that. We're not doing that. I already told her I wasn't ready at the end of last year. I told her I'll be ready at the beginning of this year. Whenever she has something for me, she will let me know. There's no pressure. You're not going to go and you're not going to try to pressure this girl for a bag. And he's like, whatever. I'm going to go ask her. So, that kind of made me nervous because I'm just like, my husband is a fool. And he don't care nothing about no Hermès etiquette. He don't care nothing about the journey. He don't care nothing about all that. In his eyes, if you ready for a bag, let's just go ask them for a bag. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to ignore him. We're just going to go to the store. My intention of going to the store is to get him this belt, whether he's going to get it kicking and screaming, and we're going to go on our merry way. So we get to the store, and before getting there, actually, I texted my SA and asked if she was busy, if she had, availability for me to come. And she said, yeah, sure, come on in. So we left brunch and we went straight to the Hermès store. When we went there, my husband was looking around. My SA came out. She greeted us and we were chit-chatting a little bit. And then she told me that there was a new style of a bag that she wanted me to see if it would fit me appropriately crossbody, because she knows that I've been having a very hard time finding a crossbody bag at Hermès that is long enough for me. So she said she wanted to see, if I liked it and for me to try it on so that if something came in a color or something like that I like, she can try to hold it or, offer it to me. So I said, okay, sure. So, she took me around to the bag display wall and she said, yeah, it's something like this. And she pointed at Evelyn TPM. And I'm like, girl, that's an Evelyn. I already know what that is. And she's like, no, it's not exactly like that, but it's similar to that style. Okay, she just said, sit down, I'm gonna go get it. So she went in the back and then she came out. And when she came out, she had the box. Now, the size of the box is a dead giveaway. If you know, you know, right? When she came out with that box, I was like, you itch. She was like, wait, what did you just call me? I said, nothing. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I said, what is this? She said, just come here, just take a look, okay? And she proceeded to open the box and out came this beautiful lady. OMG. The excitement, the shock, I don't even know what to say. I was not expecting it. It was not something that I thought was going to happen that day. And then I started looking at my husband like, did you know? Because, why was he asking me about asking her for a bag? I'm trying to think if that he knew. And come to find out, he had no idea. He had no idea. But this is when they say manifestation is real. Manifestation is real. I strongly believe that my husband manifested it for me. And so, she's looking at me and she's like, this is my SA. She's looking at me and she's like, do you like it? Do you like it? And then she's like, no, do you love it? And I'm like, yes, I love it. I love it. And then she proceeded to explain. She's like, I know this is not exactly what you wanted. I know you wanted a 35. However, I don't think we were going to get any 35s in anytime soon. And I just felt that, this would be something that would be wonderful for you. And she was absolutely absolutely right. Now, I will tell you this about this unboxing experience and getting offered a bag experience. It's a little nerve-wracking. It really is nerve-wracking. And I will say that because my boutique is a small boutique. There is not a private room where, you can go and sit down and they privately offer you a bag. It is more of an area where you kind of just go off to the side and then they present to the bag to you there. However, everybody looking. And this is midday, because remember, we just came from brunch. So this is midday on Valentine's Day. So the store actually had a lot of traffic and there were people just coming in and, they saw that I was getting offered a bag and there were some people that were offering their congratulations and they were looking and they were staring. There were people that just arbitrarily just walk in, in front just to kind of see what I got offered or whatever. I don't know. So my husband started to joke and was like, hey, you stand a little bit close to your essay. Back up and give her some room. And I'm just like, yes, I got to stand close to her because everybody looking and I want them to know I want this bag. It is not for sale, not for them. So it was a little nerve-wracking. That kind of attention, and especially at a moment where you're so shocked and you're so happy and you just want to scream and you can't do anything like that. You want to hold your composure and not embarrass yourself, and you want to take it all in and enjoy the moment. But then at the same time, it's all eyes on you. Now, some people will love the experience of like, yes, I'm being offered a Birkin, and to feel like they're showing off or look at me. But that's not my personality. I am not a center of attention type of person. I'm the type of person, I'll be back in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Why my hair keep alfalfa-ing? Okay, these locks better stay good. We good? Okay, we good right now. So if my locks don't behave, just ignore it, okay? Just ignore it. All right. I'll get back to the point. But this is, I'm not that type of person who just want to be the center of attention. I am not like that at all. I like to be low key. I like to, sit and cut in the back. Purchasing Hermès or wanting a Birkin has absolutely nothing to do with, others' perception of me. It has nothing to do with, trying to stunt or have clout with the masses. I actually don't care if no one knows I have this bag. This is something that that started out as a personal journey for me, as something to attain, as a symbol of my professional accomplishments. And then it went from that to learning about the brand, respecting the brand, and developing a true love for the brand, that I'm doing it because it just simply brings me joy and I really love it. And so, having all that kind of attention on me was uncomfortable. It really, really was uncomfortable, especially at a vulnerable moment where you're caught off guard. But saying all that to say, regardless, it was an unforgettable moment because the look on my sales associate face was priceless. The look on her face was of genuine happiness to offer me this bag. And you could tell that she really wanted me to love it. And that even made this whole thing even better. It made it better to know that it was like she was gifting me something. It was almost like this girl, saved up her money and was, trying to go out there and find me a gift that she thought I would really love. And now she was nervous and anxious to show me this gift, and she really wanted me to love it. That is the type of look that she had on her face. And honestly, that meant a lot, because for someone who does this every day and someone who, may or may not be offering other clients, quota bags, non-quota bags, selling big ticket items, that will actually make her a great commission. She was definitely doing this and definitely wanted this for me. And so it meant so much more, right? And so for those of you who don't know, that Hermès sales associate do not make commission on quota bags. So there is no incentive for them to offer a bunch of quota bags because they ain't making no money off of it. And, that's how they make their living. They make their living by selling things and making commissions. That's just the nature of the job. So that meant a lot. And then the fact that it was on Valentine's Day, and the fact that it was almost a year to the day of me meeting my sales associate and my husband being there, it was a great, great moment. I was talking to one of my besties here on YouTube, and she was telling me that, we need to realize that we deserve to be in this space, right? As professional Black women, we deserve to be in this space, and we should not feel uncomfortable in these spaces or settings. And we should own it. We should own it. And yes, in that moment, I felt a bit uncomfortable because all eyes were on me. And, you could hear the whispers, how come she got offered a bag? How come she got offered a bag? You know what? There was one lady that just flat out said, how come she got offered a bag and I didn't get a bag? Yes, a lady did say that. All right, she did. And I wasn't going to let her rain on my parade. Okay. Because why can't I get offered a bag, right? So in speaking to my friend, and she was telling me that, she is very, very right. Why can't I feel comfortable in a space like this, knowing that I work hard to be able to afford this, right? But at the same breath, knowing that, yes, I am not going to try to accomplish a 2 quota bag for a year if that is not something I can truly afford for that year, So this even felt even more well deserved or attained because I did wait. I waited for this moment, and it was perfect. It was perfect. Now, I know a lot of people who are on their own journey. You may be wondering, okay, what was the pre-spend? What are the different things you bought to be able to get offered this bag? Things of that kind of nature. And I will say this, it's about the relationship. It really is about the relationship with your sales associate. It's about the relationship with your boutique. It is about showing up and genuinely showing interest in the brand. I can tell you for certain, I do not own any Hermès ready to wear. And the mere fact of that is because usually they don't have anything in my size. I'm a thicker girl. And so usually they don't have anything in my size. Now, if there is something that's in my size that does come available and I actually like it, I may get it. But nothing has come up, and I'm not just going to buy something just to buy something just for the pre-spend, right? So that's not how my process or my journey has gone. That's my story. That was my journey to this beautiful bag. Here she is again. So this is a Birkin 30 Togo Noir with gold hardware. And so these are my 2 babies. Let me All right, so I thank you for watching. I thank you for sharing in this exciting experience with me. OMG, this was wonderful. I had to come on and do this right away because I could not contain my excitement. Now, for those of you who have already subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me. For those of you who have not subscribed as yet, what you waiting on? What you waiting on? Come join our family. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi, did you like my mommy's video? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. She'll be really happy. Bye!
Bye.